Tonight we're here at Marriott Hotel to interview the creator of the Ramp PM Relief on Key TV. Meet The Key.
Hey, what's up? My name is Ryan The Key Belcher. I am the creator of the Ramp PM Relief. This particular project is something that's come from the mind and the creativity of myself. A little background on me. I come from the entertainment industry where I've worked nearly 20 years as a music producer, a creative director, and a content creator. I've been very key at branding the sound on TV series like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Bad Girls Club, Real World, and about 45 other different TV series. As a composer, I've written for over 400 episodes of television and have created content for companies like 24 Hour Fitness and even Houston's own KHOU Channel 11 News. But anyway, maybe about 3 years ago, I reached a low point in my career, and at the same time, I had a child on the way, and I had to make the decision to get a 9-to-5 job. Fortunately enough, Southwest Airlines made it available for me to come and work flexible hours, have health insurance, free flight benefits, the whole nine. But ultimately, they offered a vibrant and healthy environment for me to come and work in. So quite naturally, I made my way to the airlines industry. But anyway, my name is Ryan The Key Belcher. This is how I got to Southwest. Let's talk about the project. Let's get into it.
Okay, so out of all the videos, tell me, which was your favorite to produce?
Out of all the videos, my favorite to produce was Move the Bag.
I see.
I'm pretty sure you can look at it and tell why. It was just, creatively, it was just out of this world. Having aliens, you got aliens in the airport, it's like crazy, and what's even more interesting is to be able to go in and do special effects to the guys, to make their eyes look like aliens, and then you even see, like some green aliens back there moving around. It's no limit to how creative I could have been with that. So, I went all the way with it. Pretty much the story that I was pitching is that, hey, there's aliens back here loading these bags, and they're strong, they're loading hundreds and hundreds of bags, and this is this is how you get your bags. So I had a lot of fun with that. So what was like the icing on the cake with this video to produce was the DJ Matt part. And that alien comes down, he comes out of the sky, he lands on the tarmac, and DJ Matt lays eyes on him. And he starts, saying his parts and stuff, man. I think I laughed so hard when we were recording that. He was just genius with his comedy.
Okay, I see. How exactly did the DJ Matt character come about?
I remember one day I was working in cargo, and DJ Matt was getting ready to leave as I was coming in. I was working an overnight shift, and I remember sitting there and. And DJ Matt was ready to go. He was ready to go home, and he had a very unique way of saying that, and it caught my attention. And I was like, that's pretty interesting. I said, what do you do? Outside of here. And he's like, oh, I'm a DJ. And I'm like, oh, that's what's up. I said, you know what? I said, give me your number, man. I said, I know quite a few people. And I said, if anybody asks, about a DJ, I'll refer them to you. So we exchanged numbers and whatnot. We talked, we laughed up until it's his time to go. But anyway, I would see DJ Matt around the station, and he'd be cracking jokes on people and talking about people, and I recognized that he had like a very keen eye when it came to detail, and he could see something, and immediately words would come to his mind, and like the words that would come they were always something that would make you laugh. So his personality, also his accent, DJ Matt, he's from Memphis, so he has a certain accent that comes across, brings a lot of sincerity across, but also humor, and so it was just a perfect situation, man. And then, we were working the film, and, I'm looking at the scenes, and I'm saying, hey, man, we really need somebody that can come in and say the right things and be cohesive and glue all these scenes together. And that's just what he did.
Tremendous. What was your mindset while editing the Stay Fly?
It was an interesting scene. First of all, it's the beginning of the movie, so I wanted to pull people in, and I think everybody can relate to the feeling of being late for work, or the idea of maybe you're going to be late. And so you're in that rush. You're going fast. You're determined to get there. You're going to do whatever it takes, and you don't care who sees you. It's like, I got to get to that clock. But the way that I edited the footage, I wanted it to have quick cuts. I wanted it to be close-ups, capture a lot of his facial expressions. The main thing, my main objective was to raise people's heart rate, to give them that feeling of, I'm late and I'm desperate and I gotta go, And so I wanted to create that, and I think I did it. Even in the one scene where Devin is like, I told him, I said, look, man, when you come around this corner, I want you to run as fast as you can. Like, I want you to run like Raven Wolves are behind you, are chasing you. And so, he did it. I mean, you go back and you watch it. He comes around that corner, perfect form, arms pumping, knees up, and it made an awesome moment in the movie. And I think it set the tone out, real early in the movie.
I would really like to know what inspired A Tug Life.
What inspired Tug Life? I mean, are you serious? Like, have you ever been out on the ramp?
I have not.
Like, look, let me tell you, like, on the ramp, a tug is like the bread and butter of the ramp. The tug is everything out there, but the thing is that there's more workers than there is tugs, so quite naturally, there's not enough tugs, and so people take them, they snatch them. The worst case scenario is that you're out and you're doing your responsibilities, and while you're taking care of your responsibilities, you jump off your tug and you're doing your work, and then you turn around and somebody has snatched your tug, like, and they take off with it. It's it's mind blowing, man. When we came up with the song, it just all made sense, and I knew from the very first time that the concept came about that a lot of people will be able to relate. But yeah, man, I mean, I think we're all guilty of taking a tug or two at a time, so it's just crazy.
So tell me, what are your overall thoughts about the outcome of Super?
My overall thoughts was I was satisfied. I mean, I think it came out absolutely amazing. It's shot in the daytime and the sun is shining. The guys are out there working and the planes are under the sunlight. And when you're out there working like that, your adrenaline's pumping. You're feeling great. I mean, you feel super. It's like you feel like a Superman. As far as the total outcome of the song, I think it came out absolutely amazing. The nice melodies and tone of Dope Dev singing on the chorus, and then the amazing flow of Sleepy. That verse is just perfect for the song. It was a lot of fun creating that, and if Southwest were they would come to us and say like, hey, which song would you guys consider doing a national commercial on? This would be that song. It just sounds like travel. It sounds like a good time. It sounds like Southwest Airlines.
Personally, I absolutely love that song. But what was your purpose of this project?
Well, the purpose to me was to tell a story that hasn't been told. I mean, and that's the story of the ramp agent. The best way that I could do it, I wanted to shine light on the life or the day in the life of a ramp agent. How important the job actually is, and how dedicated people are doing this job, and that the people who are doing it, that they realize that they're worth it. What you're doing is on a daily basis is making a difference in people's lives. So the other side of it is that, I wanted to show my skill set, as a creative director, as a videographer, as a camera guy, as an editor, as a script writer, as a special effects artist, as a musician, as a composer, as a songwriter, as a producer. Just wanted to exhibit my full range of creative skill set, and for Southwest to see it and recognize that it could be something that can be advantageous for the company.
I am very curious for the outcome of this. But please, tell me how the group came together.
Well, that's an interesting story, but I'll keep it short. The way that the group came together, like I say, me working out on the ramp, gradually some of the guys, found out that I was into music and that I had a background in music. So, one by one, they would come up and play their music, from time to time, and ask for a critique, and I would give them a critique. And 2 weeks, 3 weeks to go by, they'd come back and play the music, and sure enough, they were taking my critiques and they were growing from it, and this went on for probably about a year. And then one night I got this idea, I was like, man, I ought to pull these guys together into a group and call them the Ramp. I mean, it was just the perfect storm. So that's what I did. And I gotta admit that although what you see now is 2 rappers and the DJ, this thing started out, there were 4 rappers, one of which was a female. And sometimes you're not ready for certain opportunities, and life still happens. So I was very satisfied with the way that these 2 guys, the 2 rappers came and the DJ came and performed, and I think it's absolutely amazing. So, but yeah, this is how the group came together.
This has been a great interview so far. But one last question, if you will. Why the Herb Keller part?
I mean, come on, Herb is the man. Like, I mean, when I first came on, was getting ready to come on to Southwest Airlines, I did a lot of research. I'm the kind of person that likes to be prepared. If I can be over-prepared, I'll do it. So what I did was I went and I searched, Herb Keller on YouTube. And, I intended to go and maybe listen to 15 minutes of him speak and kind of have an idea of who, how and who he is. I ended up staying on YouTube for hours and hours. I admired his ability to take calculated risks. I admired his enthusiasm, his humor, and his wisdom. And the part in the movie was really key for me because of what he's saying. And he's talking about change and how if you don't change, what's on the inside, before what's on the outside, pretty much that change itself is designed to destroy you. So in other words, you need to become change, and continue to evolve and grow in order to have a future. So I thought that was really unique, and like I say, Herb's the man. I mean, as a creator, I wouldn't have felt comfortable creating something like this in the atmosphere that he created for us, and not have him as play a prominent part in the movie. And although it was for a few seconds, it felt great to bring him back and kind of let him say a message, and it worked out great. Having him as a part of the film to me was imperative. Herb's the man.